Welcome everyone and hello Claudia.
Hello, Iulia.
My name is Iulia Ipati and I'm an external Hypnoperator and student of the Grifasi Academy, while my colleague here, Claudia, she's a telepathic support for the Grifasi method. Today we prepared for you the 273rd cycle protocol number 1. As you know, the information to be contaminated as little as possible. All our telepaths, they don't know the subject that we are conducting in different languages and different countries. The protocol is defined mixed because it's comprised of two parts. The first part, which is the fixed part, where the questions cannot be deepened or changed, except on the second part, on the exploratory part. If somebody likes to have a personal session with me, can contact me at the information of this description video below. Now, Claudia, you can prepare yourself and get ready to go into the hypnotic environment. And we'll start with 3 breaths together. You are completely relaxed. I will count from 1 to 3. On the count of 3, you'll connect with 28 February with the alignment of 7 planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Tell me everything you perceive in relation to the metaphysical level. 1, 2, 3.
As soon as you read the question, appeared to me lines of colors. That was the image. Like colors, very strong ones, before, getting lighter while this alignment occurred.
Mhm.
So simply like they changed the intensity of the colors from strong to lighter under the influence of this alignment. That was the
Mhm.
first image, but the colors that appeared to me were not not many. I was having kind of purple, a bit of red, and gray blue. That those were the main ones that appeared.
Mhm.
Not many.
Okay.
Um, and while the alignment took place, there is a feeling more, a perception of something has changed also on the energetical level. Um, we'll see more, but now, as a first impression, first perception, is like being more peace, or yes, that's the idea. I feel like a calmness, like a peace
Mhm.
sensation. But we'll see more what other
Okay.
comes.
Very well. Observe this planetary alignment on the physical level only and tell me what you perceive.
Here I have images of physical round planets like circles appearing to my vision. And again, colors of these circles. Um, but I don't have an image of something aligned extremely clear, like in a long line. I don't have this feeling, this image. But still, they are becoming more aligned, more in line than before. It's still a movement, it's true, but not that image of something perfectly aligned. Okay, that's the image that I have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very well.
Mm-hmm.
On the night of 13 to 14 of March, the full moon will turn blood red for about 65 minutes. Observe this phenomenon from the energetic point of view and tell me what you perceive on the sensory level.
While that alignment that you asked provoked in me a kind of peace,
Mhm,
this time the energy is different. Is different. It's something I would not say nervousness, but it's something that irritates the energy around this bloody red moon.
mhm,
Mm, like creates little spirals, little portals of nervousness, of irritating people during those times. Provoking leaders comes to me to say to make decisions, provocative decisions or statements in mass media. Uh, those are the things that are coming to me now.
mhm. Okay, okay, very well. Now observe the blood moon eclipse on the metaphysical level and tell me what you perceive.
I see an arch connecting this eclipse, red, bloody red, to others, and the perception that comes to me is like the same, actually similar that I was having before, like perception, but not something new completely, not something unusual. It's something that's why probably I was seeing this arch through the time to another eclipses of this
Mhm,
type, like to show me that it's something that comes to the world from time to time. Um, this is the feeling that I have. It's not something new completely. Just the other conditions, the planet itself. It's somehow the way we'll accept this energy, the way we'll respond to this energy that blood red moon will send. But the phenomenon itself, it's something that occurred also before.
mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
On 29 March, there will be a second eclipse, this time a solar one. Which energies do you perceive are related to this eclipse?
I suddenly felt something cold.
Mm-hmm.
Now, um, and while having this sensation, I also have visualizations of shadows. That's the
Mm-hmm.
right word. It's like being more visible
Mm-hmm.
than used to be before the eclipse, the solar eclipse. It's like something in this eclipse allows them to be more visible than before. It's something a bit changed in this eclipse. that makes things different. And again, feels like saying that has to do with the um, planet itself, with the changes that planet had in the last centuries, last time. Um, yes, we'll see what else more. But this is the thing. I mean, like this type of solar eclipse also was taking place in the past, but this time, because the conditions from the planet are different, um, comes to my mind also the technologies are different now. This allows to these shadows to be more visible during this eclipse. And the feeling is not only during the eclipse. This is like a, let's say, first step, like an experiment,
Mhm.
mm, to see how visible they are, how strong or how powerful they can become during this phenomenon,
Mm.
in order to modify or to create other conditions in the future for more visibility, for more power.
Okay, very well. We'll go with the next question. Go to the future and tell me if you perceive any implications stemming from the planetary alignment on 28 February and the two eclipses in March.
The first image that appeared to me was something not so nice. It was like a red spot, uh, like a red spot of blood that's spilling all over. That's the image that I have. It's
Mhm.
like all of them mixed, all of these conditions creates the condition. Is not that creates the 100% possibility to occur, to happen, to these events, but creates the conditions, the energetical conditions to for these events to appear. That's the image that I have. But meantime, while I was speaking this, I was again having that image with the alignment. First, um, that somehow balances, somehow helps to not be that powerful, the to not be that strong and wide, that pool of blood, let's say, that I was seeing. So again, there are conditions that actually provokes, try to increase this pool of blood. Let's say this is what I see. But in the same time, also this alignment of planets will harmonize, will help to, how to say, will help to cope better with these violent, aggressive conditions, energetic conditions.
Mhm. Very well. And the last question, ancient myths. Ancient myths connect to the blood moon with apocalyptic or catastrophic events. What do you perceive about this information?
Right now, I had another image.
Mhm.
It's different. It's something looking like I would look deep into the ground now,
Mhm.
and I see layers of ground, layers simply moving, but it's not something like a normal earthquake. This what I see. It's like something modifies inside the layers that consists, underground. Yes, but comes to me to say actually about earthquakes. Just the conditions are somehow different, but the effects, the visible effect, is the same. Um, Looking like a normal earthquake in different parts of the world. And not only that, now I have another image of waters, big waters, like probably flooding some parts of the world.
Floating, yeah.
Yes, it's this is another image that I have, but only okay. These two looking like catastrophic images, normal, but in the same time, I see people, persons influenced by these energetic conditions, um, looking very aggressive, looking like they are having weapons in their hands. It's something like this, the image that I have. So along with the natural catastrophic images, there is also a change, a shift, I would say, of the aggressivity in some humans, in some parts of the world.
Mhm.
This is what I see. I see terror, I see fear, I see people running, and other people chasing them with weapons, with knives in their hands. This is the whole, let's say, scenery that I have in my front of my eyes now.
Mhm. We finished with the fixed parts. We're going to continue with the exploratory one. So you're saying that you see terror, fear, people having weapon in their arms. When do you perceive like that will happen in the future?
Where you said?
When?
When?
When? First when?
Comes to me to tell you in the next months. This is what comes to me.
Mhm.
Not else, not something more precise, not something longer than that.
Mhm.
It's like something I was having also on the backstage, let's say, also in the next years. But now being closer to us, it's this is what should concern us the next months. Um, but while I was telling you that, I had also another vision of something to not worry about. It's not everywhere, it's not for everybody, and it's up to us to avoid it. I don't know in what way we should avoid, for example, if it will happen in our own, I don't know, city or
Mhm.
country, but
Mhm.
that came to me, that perception.
Mhm. I will count from 1 to 3, and you will connect to the information what are the possibility to avoid it. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Again, I saw a person running,
Mhm.
and the feeling was simply that person made a very quick decision to leave his own place to another safer place
Mhm.
as soon as he heard the news
Mhm.
that something's going on there. And another thing, another image right now came to me like a family in a
Mhm.
house being in the middle of some kind of this type of events, but being very isolated like this. I was having an image with a family that had everything inside, or most of everything. I mean, provisions, food, water. That was the image. Like in those times, that would be a good idea to make big shoppings, you know, and to keep it inside, to not be forced to go outside uh, often during those events that will take place in that country, that city. Mm, I have another image which is not that positive in a way, but at the same time, I feel it like with a very peaceful sensation. I'm having an image of someone old, but wise enough to understand that cannot avoid what's coming in his place and simply leave his body. That was the image that I was having. Living his body in a conscious way, like dying, let's say, but in a more simply conscious manner. He doesn't have any regrets. He simply understands that that's the moment and that's the stage of the planet where this type of events has to take place, and he simply lives. So probably there are more possibilities, more, but the most important one is the first one that I saw. Simply leave the place where the attacks or little wars or riots start occur.
So you saw this image, the person leaving the body. There's one scenario, consciously.
Yes, I had an image of a old person, gray hair, completely gray, and very peaceful, and being completely synchronized with his time, with his inner part, and at the same time uh, having a kind of grateful feeling that took part of these events until that point, and he's simply living in peace.
Okay. Where do you perceive those where they will take part?
While you spoke, came to me the US. I don't know why came also the Argentina place, country, but first US came to me with different types. France,
France.
yes, and also Spain comes to me. This is what comes to me when, for the moment, not others. But I have the feeling that this is not something that's finished. But this is what I perceive for the moment.
On the physical level, who's creating those events? How they take part? How it happens?
The leaders,
The
when I said leaders, came
leaders, country leaders.
yes, came to me US leader um, as a first response. And then when I saw Argentina, came some, how to say, faction parts, like a little army, has something to do, I don't know, with the nationality, this defenders of some nationality values in the extreme way, something is not from the leaders. It's something a bit different there. This is what comes to me. I have no idea what's going on there. And when I turn now my vision to another to the other two countries that came. In France, I see simply Arabs in front of me. Like,
Arabs.
yes, like
Okay.
this would be
Mm-hmm.
the main way this
Mm-hmm.
aggressivity will be turned on.
They'll use these people, kind of saying, right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes.
As
Like
weapons.
being,
Mm-hmm.
yes, as weapons, as being simply to be ignited,
Mm-hmm.
those people, because they are this kind of easy to get aggressive towards their values, their what's important for them,
Mm-hmm.
to ask for more rights, to ask for, and actually to create chaos.
Mm-hmm.
This is um yes.
And Spain.
In Spain, again, comes to me some kind of sovereignist, how to say this word. Again, those that are not um, happy with the general values, they want their rights in their place. Some parts of the Spain comes to me. Um, like wanted more rights, and being somehow separated, because I have an image like would be lines, fine lines traced between different parts of the Spain. That's the
Mm-hmm.
image that I have. Like some of them would ask for more in for their little piece of Spain,
Mm-hmm.
not
Territory.
being not yes, kind of, yes, territorial issues.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I see and I perceive.
You say like people are watching the news. What the news are showing to the people during those events?
In what exactly?
Okay,
Where?
let's see.
I don't
Let's start.
remember.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the. Okay, you mentioned that it's good to have like provision just in case
Mm-hmm.
to stay for a few days,
Mm-hmm.
but having provision and water, it's um, okay. And then it's said that okay. So this person is watching the news and it's running. She is having a quick decision to
Mm-hmm.
leave the
Mm-hmm.
place.
Yes.
So let's go to that picture
Mm.
and like what the news are showing.
Okay. Like something violent, some aggressive attacks is starting. It's like a breaking news. I was seeing
Mm-hmm.
flames, simply flames in
Mm-hmm.
the, and this person understands that this is only the beginning in that place and better leaves, takes what's important for him, papers, transcriptions, and simply leaves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the image that I have. And indeed, after his leaving, um, I see simply attacks. I think I'm somewhere in France
Mm-hmm.
with these images, because I
Okay.
see Arabs um,
Mm-hmm.
breaking glasses, windows, doing all kind of aggressive
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Who are put by like those to create this
Hmm.
chaos and all this? Who's the leader? I can say.
Is not only one. I have the
Mm-hmm.
feeling that there are more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and actually, the feeling that I have all around the world, all these events will take place with, yes, with some kind of help uh, from the entities, from the governments that are
Mm-hmm.
trying to increase the general chaos.
Mm-hmm.
But this will take place only in those um, countries or nationalities where there is already a kind of seed of aggressivity, where it's simple to create chaos and to provoke because they're already of this kind. Let's say they're already not satisfied with what they have, or they want more than they have, or they're simply this type of persons, this type of population. And with Arabs, it's simple to create chaos all around the world. Not all around the world. No, when I said that, I didn't feel it right. Especially in the countries where actually they don't belong originally. This is what came to me.
Where they're immigrants.
Exactly. They don't belong originally. They came here because the people that came here, not all of them, but quite many came for an easy life,
For a better life.
for a better life, but obtained in easy ways. This is the feeling that I have. They come for rights. They want more. They are eager to take it to make this possible, and not so hardworking ways. That comes to me.
To make money easy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Compared with the citizens of that country who are like working and paying taxes, they want to make it
Quickly
easier and
and easy.
no too much work.
Yes.
Why they want to? You said that there are some entities involved in this. I wanted to ask you on the metaphysical level, what's going on? Let's go back to the same uh, picture where you said in France, right? In France. Uh,
Yeah. Ask me.
yeah. Like those in the metaphysical level, you see different scenarios, kind of different countries, or it's kind of the same faction of entities.
Yes. Yes, the same, but I have the same, let's say, structure of the entities upon above the same countries that I was telling you before, like where there are this type of people that are nationalists, that are easy to be ignited in those matters, in those fields, aspects. And above them, yes, I have the same vision of these entities, but the image that I have now is like smaller or bigger little portals of energies. It's like a finger would be there and trying to increase the energy that's above them. Of course, with technologies, with different type of constructs, extremely intelligent and very complex. But yes, they are a big part because they are taking advantage not only of those people that I was telling you before that are easy to be triggered, and but also the general conditions. This that we are talking about, these eclipses, these things that are happening on an astrological level, they are taking advantage of everything.
Is
To
it
create.
helping them? Those like the planet alignments and these eclipses, it's like helping them to achieve what they want to create?
The feeling is when you made a question that it's helping everybody. It's not only helping them. Yes, it's
Okay.
helping them too, but not only them. It's helping everyone, also
Okay.
helping people to get, the image that I had, like one person is growing a lot faster in these conditions, on a spiritual level, on a physical level. I mean, I was having the image of spiritual growth, but also material. Like, I don't know, any project, any plan that a person that is perfectly aligned with herself will grow faster his projects. no matter material or energetical ones.
Mm-hmm.
That was the feeling. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a simply like a booster.
Mm-hmm.
This general astrological conditions that are taking
Mm-hmm.
place now and the near future.
What about the
Interesting.
entities? Yeah. What about the entities? How they are? How is beneficial for them?
In this way that I was telling you, in the people that are where they are finding synchronicity,
Mm-hmm.
uh, they are somehow uh, easier for them to synchronize even better. So with those people that are already a bit aggressive, a bit not satisfied with themselves or the people around,
Mm-hmm.
so it's easier for them to get in touch to create even stronger bonds with this type of persons. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so yes, in a
Kind
way
of been
it's
interfered. Mm-hmm.
yes, interfered the persons or also the collectivities, like big collectivities, is not only the persons.
Mm-hmm. Very well, Claudia. So this chaos, they create this chaos. What are the benefits? Why they want to create this chaos? Let's start with the
Hmm.
leaders, yeah? In
Hmm.
the physical level.
Hmm. I have a feeling that the leaders are not fully aware of the of this all the conditions. It's like they think, some of them, that
Mm-hmm.
allowing these conditions to express, it's like they are making something positive, something good for the people, is in a way. But at the same time, they understand, they think about themselves like being a strong piece of history, how to say, strong persons, important persons in this moment. They are aware that actually we are passing now some important moments
Mm-hmm.
in the general history
Mm-hmm.
speaking, and they want to let themselves triggered in these events in order to play a major role on a
Mm-hmm.
general image scenery.
Who's kind of telling them to do this? They can do not creating chaos. They can do something good for their country, so they'll be in history in a better vision than
Hmm.
in creating this chaos. Why they?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's a great question that you made now. And the feeling that I had was, in fact, I was seeing the actual, the present president of
Mm-hmm.
the US.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling that I had was, yes, would be great what you said, but that would be possible only in a situation if that person would be perfectly aligned or harmonized or centered on himself, or not only that, but on the positive plane of the events. Unfortunately, this is not the case when you talk about the president of US right now. Looks like more like a mixture of in that person. I mean, it's a mixture. It's not everything black there. It's not everything negative. I don't have this feeling, but it's simply a mixture of something that's continuously moving in different emotions, different feelings. This is what I perceive. Um, I would say insecurities comes to me, even if when we saw him on TV, on mass media, looks like a very bold, very strong person. But at the moment, this is what I feel like: insecurities,
Mm-hmm.
internal ones. Like
Mm-hmm.
for this, actually, he's trying all the time to impose himself to play this showman role, coming also actually directly from these imbalances, emotional imbalances that he has inside. And being like this, it's a very easy prey to entities. It's very easy to get in touch because he has a lot of synchronicities, esoterical conditions that these entities will take advantage, even without him knowing this. He thinks he's it
It is mine.
himself. Yes, he's mine, but he's not. He's not all the time. He's like a puppet, I would say, like
You
a
see?
puppet in the hands of the entities.
While talking about him, let's read his DNA. One, two, three.
Came very strong to me, a humanoid uh, DNA. Of course, human too, because it's needed. Otherwise, he would not be able to
Be visible.
activate as a human.
Mm-hmm.
But first came not human. First came humanoid. Like would be extremely strong. This hybridization with humanoid. Humanoid. mm, Comes to me more in the matter of this in the mental body. That was what I saw as a first in the first place. Like mental body would be extremely influenced by this humanoid hybridization. But he's not the only DNA, extra DNA that he has. There is something more. There is something more that allows him to play so contradictory with the feelings, uh, along with the insecurities that I was talking about. I was telling you. I think it's reptiloid because it's the other DNA, because it's something that I see like a very, very big snake. Is not something like a crocodile that I usually see when it comes to reptiloids. Now it's something different. It's simply like a snake that's moving his body and tail very, very easy, with with a lot of ease. So this is a type of DNA that allows him to play with these emotions, to change from one to another very quickly.
It's like an army strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
great strategist. How do you say it?
Yes, yes.
Very well, Claudia. Disconnect from there. Let's go back to. There is more to ask about it, but we want to
Mm-hmm.
go in there. You said that the future. You mentioned that pool of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what do you see about it?
Yes, now that we are going back there,
Mm-hmm.
comes to me the same mechanism that I was seeing in another times. Those leaders and mass media trying to ignite, to trigger, responses, violent, aggressive responses from the people or from groups or from communities. And it's not only about good life or, for example, when I was seeing the Arabs, and it's on different aspects a lot. For example, trying to make responsible people for the shots, the vaccines that took place, some years ago, all kind of things, secret informations that are revealed,
Revealed.
yes, and are trying to make responsible different type of categories. I don't know, people around. So trying to get up in any way aggressivity and violence among the people. The normal people is not one preference. It's not that only that or that, can be little armies, little groups, or simply normal people that are attracted somehow in that
Mhm.
situation. For example, mass media is saying something, is revealing something, and people simply react. So it's better to not take position, and no
Mhm.
matter what they trying to give us
Mhm.
as a bite. So we
Mhm. Mhm.
simply we don't have to react, to not take any
Yeah.
position. Yes, to not get in that, to not grow that egregore
Mhm.
that they
Mhm.
are trying to create.
Mhm. So they're using mass media to get people triggered
Hmm.
into different emotions that depends on their how they live based on their lifestyle, maybe on their
Yes.
personalities, on their upbringing, on their country of
Hmm.
birth, I can say.
Hmm. Hmm.
And based on that, they'll use um,
These
those will
emotions.
trigger different emotions like
Hmm.
of low vibration, yeah, anger, violence,
Yes.
fury. Um, mhm,
And in addition to what you said, also they'll reveal informations about how people were being lied to, in the years
mhm,
before, all kind of things to make them
angry.
angry, exactly, to
Mhm,
feel extremely angry and ready to make them pay, to make them, to punish them,
And they want revenge, kind of to
Exactly.
want revenge.
Hmm.
Mhm,
Hmm.
very well.
Yes.
So the best way is
Keep neutral,
to stay out of it.
to stay out of it, to not
Mhm,
take any position, simply to make what's best for them
mhm,
personally.
mhm,
If there is, I don't know, another people, family, friends that understand
mhm,
this game that is
mhm,
taking place, okay.
mhm,
If not, we simply have to take care of ourselves and
mhm,
our closed ones only.
mhm. Very well. Very well, Claudia. Disconnect from there.
Mhm.
You mentioned about that first step for an experiment,
Mhm.
the solar eclipse. Yeah, you mentioned about the cold shadows. What does they mean? It's a solar eclipse, yeah, and what are those cold shadows?
Yes, comes again that whole environment that came at first, like being an experiment of them, and now looking different a bit, even if those eclipses took place before, but now it's a bit different because they are having a higher technology now, and they are trying to make these shadows visible as an experiment, because they are still not sure how much visible they are, how stronger they can
Mm-hmm.
become for the future events. So that's why I was having the feeling like being one of the first experiments, but it's based a lot not only on their technology but on the people response. This is extremely important for them. Yes, they become visible in some way. They become mm, having some kind of strength, but it's the independence with the response of the people. As I was telling you, all that chaos that they are trying to create will help those figures, those shadows, to be stronger or
Mm-hmm.
not. So it depends. It's a very bidirectional reaction response.
What are these shadows?
Comes to me only one word, like demons. Demons, but when this word has very strong, meanings,
Mm-hmm.
can trigger strong emotions in people. But when I said that, is not the real deal. It's like they're trying to get them. It's like just one of the first experiments. Um, let's say kind of becoming demons. This is the feeling that I have. It's not something strong. It's not something being able and capable now to able to really hurt people around. But still, it's a very huge step for them to make them be alive in some way.
To be
It's a huge
visible, kind
to
of.
be visible. Exactly, it's something extremely important for them, because this is the first point. From here, depending again on the reaction of the people,
People.
they hope they will manage to make them even more visible, even more, how to say, to
Mm-hmm.
attire, to attract the capacities, the abilities that they have in metaphysical plane in the physical plane. So actually, this is the final goal that they are trying to make them as
Mm-hmm.
powerful as they are in the metaphysical
Mm-hmm.
world.
Mm-hmm.
But this again is very important. That's why for them it's very important to create all these aggressive events on the physical plane.
Mm-hmm. It's like to, yeah, to kind of work hand on hand.
Hmm.
And
Otherwise, it's not possible.
how can we make it possible, like these demons, to be kind of more invisible? What actions should we do, take?
Yes. Again comes to me this neutral position. It's not because I was seeing in the same time that light actions, I was seeing big wings trying to be very peaceful people, I mean, to send lights to, that new age stuff, new age things.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and the image, the feeling that I was perceiving was simply taking a contradict opposite position and actually making the game being even more accomplished, easy to accomplish. I don't know why. This is the feeling that I was having. So it's not that, it's not opposing them, to not get into the fight, and no matter what way, simply to not get into the fight, to not oppose, to not think that you are sending light and the
Mm-hmm.
darkness will decrease. No
Mm-hmm.
way. No, you simply nourish and give power to the dual game if you do this.
Sending light.
S-
Mm-hmm.
yes, the again, that word, that syntax that comes to me is the neutral position, simply
Mm-hmm.
to make our little world better and powerful and centered on ourselves, but without judging out our others, without sending anything outside, without
Mm-hmm.
attracting the attention upon
Mm-hmm.
us in no way, in any way.
Yes. Um, so, like when uh, so-called spiritual people, they are sending light and love to so-called these events,
Mhm.
they are they are getting into their game, kind of
Mhm.
paying more attention to the game, are like playing, and they
Mhm.
give more power to
Exactly.
them.
Exactly. This is what comes to me. It's not something like, it's not bad, of course, to feel uh, powerful, to feel lighter. Those are great things to feel and be, but to not make it like a fight, to oppose these values to the others. This is the most important, the feeling that you have inside, against this word. Against should not even exist. To not do
Uh-huh.
against to something, to simply do things for yourself,
Hmm.
for the being that you are and you want to become, and should not have anything to do with the others and the outside world, not to prove something to others, not
Yeah.
to, to show something to
Mhm.
others. No, it's just for you, for your own experience, for your own well-being.
Is it like when you say no word, the word no kind of neutralizes, and what's remaining is the word were, which is the focus when you say no to were, something like that.
Yes, yes,
And when they are sending energy like light and all this is like sending your energy to the outside
exactly. You're sending it
and
outside and you.
becoming a little bit more open
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and vulnerable.
Exactly,
Mhm,
exactly.
mhm. Okay, very well, Claudia. Disconnect from there. Um, you said on the 13, 14 March, when is the mm, where is the full moon? Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
full moon. Um, it's energy that irritates.
mm-hmm.
Uh, what is created by that energy? Like,
I have an image of simply mouths of people making statements, kind of violent, aggressive statements. That was the image that I have. Not like a
mhm,
whole body or whole person, simply mouth of a person
mhm,
doing this type of statements, very aggressive, very ac- like accusing someone else and
mhm,
trying to create,
mhm,
this effect on the others.
mhm. Okay. Is it the moon a planet or a satellite?
I have came straight away a image of some kind of technology. I cannot
Mhm,
describe it. It's something extremely complex, but that was the
mhm,
image that I got instantly when you made the
mhm,
question.
mhm. Do you see any technology on the moon?
Yes,
Mhm,
yes, that came to me straight
mhm.
away.
So who's having this technology?
Like a mixture,
Of
mixture of entities, mixture
okay.
of races
Can
that
you?
are working together
Mhm,
to keep this alive, to increase the abilities of these constructs to.
mhm. Is it like they're living on the moon, kind of? Can say?
Some of them, yes,
Mhm,
some of them simply using this technology.
mhm.
And yes, using but not living there,
Okay. Mhm. Very well.
most of them.
Okay. What do you perceive? Which are those, the mixture on the moon?
Reptiloids, humanoids. This is
Hmm.
what you asked.
Yes.
What type of?
Entities.
Yes. Yeah, entities, yes. But when I say this is on a very general plane, the feeling that I have is very complex structure there. Okay, the name is these two mainly, but it's a very complex structure that's based on levels. It's like, they have and they set up there
Hmm.
different types of, but generally, yes, we can say this too, mostly.
Mostly. Which are mostly? You said reptiloids or
Reptiloids
humanoid?
and humanoids, yes.
Hmm. Okay. Very well. Okay. This full moon, yeah, you see it and the night is brightened. How is that created? By what?
I saw in something very simple. I don't know how to describe it, like a yellow dust and other particles. It was an image like I became extremely close to the
Hmm.
substance, to the
Hmm.
structure of the moon.
Hmm.
But the body itself, the body of the moon, I have a feeling that being brought somehow, moved from one place to another. That was an
Hmm.
image. But then is not only that, is it's a lot being added to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the initial, the original thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot added from a technological point of view, added to it to
Mm-hmm.
increase its functionality.
So where that light in the night comes at the full moon, how is created? You see the light, like sometimes
Hmm.
you see the moon just
Yes.
like
Again,
an arch. Mm-hmm.
again I saw that yellow dust, like sparkling, being having this ability, this capacity of being extremely shiny. That dust,
Is it
but
like Mhm.
being helped by technology.
it's a it's like a reflector reflecting that
Hmm.
dust and it's
Hmm.
kind of brightening and shining?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yes.
Where that reflector comes from?
I have the image, but I don't know how to express. I have an image like being somehow behind
Mm-hmm.
the body of the moon,
Very well.
but in a way, in a direction a bit different, is not straight behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like creating a focal lens, I would say.
Yes.
It's something very complex and huge, extremely huge.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. So during the full moon, people they feel sometimes weird. They are like,
Mm-hmm.
why is how is that created? Okay, we know that is lit by that reflector in the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the dust together.
Mm-hmm.
So how people are affected during this time, the period
Mm-hmm.
when is the
Mm-hmm.
before the full moon or during and something I think is just before, during, and little
Mm-hmm.
bit after.
Um, again comes a very complex
It is.
perception, but I will try. It has to do with the synchronicity that can create with some people because it's not the same effect on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was seeing particles of that dust, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
the same. It's like it's changing his appearance and functionality as much as he approaches the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know,
In the
and
atmosphere
the
something.
atmosphere, yes, is changing the functionality, like taking another abilities to get in touch with the people, with
Mm-hmm.
the consciousness of the people, with the environment, and having another consistence. That
Mm-hmm.
was comes to my mind. It's something that has to do getting closer to the planet. It
Mm-hmm.
gets elements from the planet, like making another type of recipe in
Mm-hmm.
that dust. It
Mm-hmm.
it simply changes, and becoming more and more adjustable with the human body, with the human mind, human personality, because
Mm-hmm.
has this type of conditions
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
inside already.
Mm-hmm. Is it like smart dust? What is
Looks
called?
like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
we can say like smart dust,
Is
yes.
this something like similar like the nanobites
Yes,
interfering with the
yes,
human
yes.
brain and all that?
And
And
everything from the body, yes, not only the
mm-hmm.
brain, yes,
Mm-hmm.
the same type, yes, we can say, but on a very, very huge level.
Is it like a chip or computer or something? We just get an order or the
Yes, it has this order, this command, let's say,
mm-hmm.
of doing and redoing the same process once in a while when it's
Mm-hmm.
full moon. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
only now, it's every time when we have a full moon, but only in some circumstances like this one when it's a bloody red
Mm-hmm.
moon, all this process will be even stronger, even more
Stronger.
powerful.
Is it because people they think of blood, they think of horror, terror, all that, so
Hmm.
they connect the word blood?
Yes.
Is it the blood, especially?
Also this, also
Mhm,
yes, the image that has will influence the people
mhm,
in a different
mhm,
way.
mhm. So I can say that this kind of smart dot is kind of activated during those periods of the full moon and all this.
Hmm. Yes.
So I have now another question. So the full moon, it's created by them, can say?
Yes, we can say not only the full moon, but all the phases of the moon. They are conducted by them. So, in order to create and to balance, not to balance, to support the duality that
Mm-hmm.
already exists here on
Mm-hmm.
Earth,
Mm-hmm.
they are making this shift from full moon, this passing, from
Mm-hmm.
full moon to all the phases. They need it. They need to make this. They are somehow forced to do it to keep the balance of a
Mm-hmm.
dual world that
Mm-hmm.
we have here.
Mm-hmm. So I'm so full of questions. Okay, let's say during the full moon in this period, what people should do, like, in order to avoid all these, can I say, negative effects of the full moon
Mm,
during the
I
day
have.
or? Mhm,
I have an image now with a person.
mhm,
The first thing that a person should do when he feels that somehow affected,
mhm,
for example, feeling that his thoughts are getting more excited, more annoying, more something bothering,
mhm,
they simply, the image was like that person simply stopped doing what he does in
mhm,
that moment, in that day, in that time. If
mhm.
he runs a project that's extremely, mm,
Stressful.
stressful, yes, he simply needs to take a step,
Like,
a back step, yes, to get more inward, more to himself, to have more peace, to not excite even more his brain and his personality.
mhm,
To take a break, simply take a break. This is
mhm,
the image that I have. One person taking a back step. That was
mhm,
the image first, or what he feels. Then I had another perception of doing
mhm,
things like with medicinal plants, natural remedies,
mhm,
meditation, all kind of things that helping a person to be in a better shape, in a better
mhm,
mood with
mhm,
himself, to get more rest, to sleep more, to
mhm.
take a bath. I don't know, everything
Connect to
that
the
a
nature,
person connect to the nature. This is the main and the
the
most
most
important,
important.
yes, thing to do for
Mhm,
a person when he feels he's influenced by some strong forces coming from outside. Yes.
mhm. Very well, Claudia. Disconnect from there, and we just go back to the first question. To you said that during the alignment there is peace and calmness.
Hmm.
So it's a very beneficial, like, and say, for our planet, yeah. For
Yes.
and you saw the colors. Not too many. You saw those colors. How those colors are created? Purple, red, gray,
Hmm.
blue. Mm-hmm.
I have I would say half feeling of natural and technology. It's not all natural. I was hoping to be so, but I don't have this feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Also having, but having to something to do with the matrix itself, with all
Mm-hmm.
the world that surrounds us, is not something about entities. It's a general way of looking
Complex. It's all like
complex. Yes.
together.
Hmm.
Mm. Okay. I finished the questions. If you have anything to add before we close our investigation that you perceived and you didn't have a chance to say.
Mm, no, I don't think so. It's just what we already mentioned about trying to be as much as possible centered on ourselves and do things better for ourselves, no matter what we see on the
Mm-hmm.
outside world, on the mass media, or you know.
Just to be neutral and an observer.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay. Very well, Claudia. Disconnect from everything and everyone. Disconnect from all the information on this session. Close any portals that you open. Disconnect from all you have seen and perceived. Remove any energetic residues and recalibrate yourself energetically. I will count from 1 to 3 and you'll come back to the present. I'm talking now. 1. You feel your body lighter and lighter. You can move your body, your hands. You feel good. You have a wonderful feeling of tranquility and peace that flows through your body. Your space is clean. 2, you balance your frequency to your ideal and optimal value. You feel your body is charged with strength and energy. You feel good, free, energetic, and strong, and you feel very happy. 3, you are present and here and now. You can open your eyes when you're ready.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you for this investigation. I had these questions I asked you because I conducted the one in Romanian. And the information, it's the same information with the moon, with the reflector behind. That's why I wanted to see if it's the same. The information is the same like the one we conducted in Romanian. And that's great. I'm glad that we can shed some light into this chaos.
Apparently chaos. Yes.
And we hope that information is very useful, will be useful and helpful. And we'll see you next time at the next investigation. Thank you, Claudia, again for participating in this investigation.
My
Bye,
pleasure.
everyone, and have a beautiful day or a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Buenos días.
Dzień dobry.
Bienvenidos a este primer vídeo de Disclosure en español y polaco.
Bardzo Was serdecznie witamy na tym nowym wideo, które będzie w języku hiszpańskim i polskim na kanale Disclosures.
Vamos a producir mucho más vídeos en futuro como estos vídeos informativos.
W przyszłości stworzymy dużo więcej takich wideo, które będą Was informowały o różnych rzeczach.
Porque estamos notando que cuanto más se va divulgando este trabajo, estas hipnosis por internet, también cuanto más mala información se está difundiendo.
A to dlatego, że zauważyliśmy, że im więcej wstawiamy sesji z naszymi hipnozami, tym więcej jakby informacji sprzecznych zaczyna się rozprzestrzeniać.
Y entonces hoy vamos a hablar de las sesiones investigativas.
Więc dzisiaj będziemy mówić o sesjach badawczych.
Porque estoy viendo que hay personas que a lo mejor se dedican a una sesión con una persona, se van a algún lugar, preguntan algo y lo poco de información que pueden extraer de una sesión se lo creen como si fuera oro, completamente puro oro.
Bo zauważyłem, że są takie sesje i takie osoby, które robią jedną sesję z jedną osobą na dany temat i kiedy wychodzi tam jakaś informacja, to jest ona odbierana jakby to było rzeczywiście coś niesamowicie wiarygodnego, jakby to było czyste złoto.
Yo os digo que la sesión así dicha investigativa no existe.
Ja chciałbym Wam powiedzieć, że sesja badawcza tak naprawdę nie istnieje.
Entonces podríais como preguntar, entonces cuando haces una sesión a un cliente y preguntas cosas, ¿por qué preguntas?
Więc mógłbyś mi zadać pytanie, więc skoro robisz jakąś sesję z jakąś osobą i zadajesz jej pytania, to właściwie po co je w ogóle zadajesz?
Sí, sabemos que la información en hipnosis está muy, pero de verdad muy contaminada.
My bardzo dobrze wiemy, że informacja, która wychodzi podczas hipnozy jest niezwykle, ale to niezwykle zanieczyszczona.
Y esta información, así como sale de la hipnosis, no podemos tomarla como conocimiento, como investigación.
Więc takiej informacji, która wychodzi podczas sesji hipnozy, nie bierzemy nigdy jako takiej informacji, która jest rzeczywiście zgodna, bardzo prawdziwa, zgodna z prawdą i oczywista.
En el caso de sesiones a clientes, la información que sacamos nos sirve por otro objetivo. El objetivo es llegar a la causa de su problema y trabajar.
Te informacje, które uzyskujemy podczas sesji dla klientów, służą nam zupełnie do czegoś innego. Celem jest to, żeby znaleźć przyczynę i pracować nad nią.
Pero ¿qué significa que la información está contaminada? ¿Cuánto está contaminada y por qué?
Ale co to właściwie oznacza informacja zanieczyszczona? Kiedy jest zanieczyszczona i dlaczego jest zanieczyszczona?
Hay que saber que cuando nosotros pedimos una información y nos llega a través de una persona en hipnosis, esta información sale de una fuente, para así decirlo, y atraviesa muchas dimensiones, muchas densidades.
Kiedy prosimy o jakąś informację podczas sesji, to ta informacja, powiedzmy to w ten sposób, pochodzi z jakiegoś źródła, ale w międzyczasie przechodzi przez wiele gęstości i wiele wymiarów.
Y también pasa por conciencias, por inteligencias. Esa información viene atrapada en el éter por varios seres.
Ale ta informacja przechodzi też przez wiele umysłów, wiele świadomości, istnieje w eterze i może być przechwycona również przez wiele bytów.
Estos seres, estas inteligencias, pueden voluntariamente o involuntariamente distorsionarla.
I te byty, te istoty lub świadomości mogą ją zniekształcić świadomie lub nieświadomie.
Y además, la persona que está en hipnosis tiene sus creencias, su mentalidad, sus perspectivas, sus opiniones. Esta estructura mental contamina también esta información.
A co więcej, osoba, która jest w stanie hipnozy, ma swoje własne przekonania, swoje własne wartości, wierzenia, swoją własną mentalność i przez tą właśnie strukturę całą mentalną również może dojść do jeszcze kolejnego zanieczyszczenia.
Y además, si nosotros queremos investigar, por ejemplo, una persona o un ser que no tiene ninguna conexión con el ambiente hipnótico donde estamos trabajando, esta persona puede no autorizar la salida de informaciones de sí mismo.
A co więcej, jeśli połączymy się z jakąś istotą, która absolutnie nie należy do tego środowiska hipnotycznego, w którym pracujemy, taka istota może nie zgodzić się na przekazanie informacji.
Si hay interacción, si hay interferencias entre un ser y otro, es posible que circule información por las conexiones, por los pactos.
Jeśli jest jakaś interferencja między dwoma istotami, to wtedy dzięki tym paktom, albo przez te pakty, przez to połączenie, które istnieje, rzeczywiście wychodzą informacje.
Pero si en aquella sesión en concreto ese ser o esa persona se va a cuestionar y no hay ninguna conexión, es muy improbable que llegue una información autorizada.
Ale jeśli zdarza się tak, że łączymy się z istotą, która nie ma z tym nic wspólnego, to jest bardzo mało prawdopodobne, że dostaniemy jakąś informację.
Entonces, imaginemos que queremos investigar sobre un personaje famoso de la historia.
No, na przykład wyobraźmy sobie, że chcielibyśmy otrzymać informację o jakiejś osobie niezwykle znanej, historycznej.
Si no tenemos de alguna manera alguna conexión con los elementos del ambiente hipnótico y esta persona, aunque no esté conectada, no autoriza esta información, pues no llega.
Więc jeśli wyobrazimy sobie, że ta osoba nie jest w żaden sposób połączona z tym środowiskiem hipnotycznym, w którym pracujemy, może się tak zdarzyć, że absolutnie nie zezwoli na żadne przekazywanie informacji na swój temat.
Y cuando pasa esto, hay siempre o casi siempre alguna entidad que se aprovecha de la situación.
I kiedy to się dzieje, zazwyczaj pojawia się jakiś byt, który wykorzystuje tę sytuację.
Se puede presentar con la supuesta identidad de la persona o del ser que estamos buscando, o puede de todas formas modificar o inventar una información por su cuenta, por su personal ventaja.
Może zrobić dwie rzeczy. Albo przyjąć, zidentyfikować się z osobą, o której chcemy zrobić tę sesję, przyjąć jej tożsamość, albo zmienić informacje, które chcielibyśmy otrzymać, tak aby to działało na jej korzyść.
Nosotros en sesión a clientes podemos trabajar porque el cliente nos autoriza a trabajar en él en su sesión.
Podczas sesji dla klientów możemy pracować nad takimi informacjami, bo otrzymujemy zgodę na informacje właśnie dzięki temu klientowi.
Y podemos trabajar con sus seres queridos, por ejemplo, o con los seres que interfieren con ella, propio porque hay estas conexiones.
I możemy pracować na przykład z istotami, które kocha ta dana osoba lub z bytami, które w nią ingerują właśnie przez to połączenie, które tam istnieje.
Entonces, hay una gran diferencia entre la sesión a un cliente para solucionar sus problemas y hacer sesiones para investigar.
Dlatego istnieje taka duża różnica między sesjami, które robimy dla klientów, aby rozwiązać ich problemy, i między sesjami takimi poszukiwawczymi, badawczymi.
Por eso digo que no existe una sesión investigativa.
I dlatego właśnie Wam mówię, że nie istnieje coś takiego jak sesja badawcza.
Lo que existe es un protocolo de sesiones de investigación.
To, co istnieje, to pewien protokół sesji badawczych.
Hay que seguir un protocolo y hay que seguir ejecutar una series de sesiones y con personas diferentes.
Więc trzeba zawsze śledzić ten sam protokół, a jednocześnie wykonać wiele sesji z różnymi osobami.
El protocolo tiene que ser único, unívoco, porque hay que preguntar en un tema las mismas preguntas para ir en la misma dirección.
Ten protokół powinien być zawsze taki sam, ponieważ należy zadawać takie same pytania, tak aby iść zawsze w tym samym kierunku.
Cuanto más está restringido este espacio de investigación, cuanto más podemos tener más probabilidad de tener buena información.
Im bardziej zawężamy obszar naszych poszukiwań, tym bardziej prawdopodobne będzie, że otrzymamy dobre informacje.
Sí, podemos también aumentar este espacio, pero tenemos que aumentar proporcionalmente el número de sesiones por hacer.
Możemy oczywiście rozszerzyć ten obszar, ale wtedy będziemy zmuszeni również rozszerzyć ilość tych sesji.
Luego, cuando tenemos una grande serie de sesiones, pero estamos hablando de centenas o hasta de millares de sesiones.
I wtedy mówimy o olbrzymiej liczbie sesji, od setki po tysiące.
Tenemos que recoger toda aquella información que es común a todas o a casi todas estas sesiones hechas.
I wtedy musimy pozbierać te informacje, które są wspólne dla wszystkich bądź prawie wszystkich tych sesji.
Esta información común vais a ver que es un porcentaje muy pequeño con respecto a la totalidad de la información.
I zobaczycie, że ta informacja wspólna będzie naprawdę niewielkim odsetkiem tych informacji, które się tam pojawią.
Son pepitas de oro.
To są takie malutkie ziarenka.
Es como si nosotros vamos a un río, vamos a coger este filtro, vamos a coger muchísima arena para recoger solo muy pocas pepitillas de oro.
I można to przyrównać do poszukiwania złota, kiedy filtruje się dno rzeki, zbiera się mnóstwo piasku, a na koniec pojawiają się maleńkie ziarenka złota.
Esa sí que es información de oro.
I to jest właśnie ta informacja złota.
Si hoy podemos decir que hay seres que interfieren bastante con el ser humano y que tienen formas de animales reptiles o de animales a forma de insectos, etc., es porque todo esto sale desde que se empezaron las sesiones de hipnosis y hay muchísimas, millares y millares con esta información común.
I jeśli dzisiaj możemy powiedzieć, że są ingerencje, które przybierają formy albo reptilii, albo jakichś insektów, to dlatego, że takie informacje wychodzą od początku naszych sesji hipnotycznych i są wspólne i jest ich tysiące.
Pero si yo digo que en la ciudad de Nueva York, en el 1452, exacto en aquel punto, había una casa que vivía un viejo que se llamaba Tom, pues solo en aquella sesión ha salido y cuanto más contaminada puede ser, no lo va a saber nadie.
Ale jeśli chciałabym powiedzieć, przekazać taką informację, że w Nowym Jorku w 1452 roku stał taki a taki dom, w którym mieszkał taki a taki starszy pan o imieniu Tom, to nie mam pojęcia, jak bardzo zanieczyszczona będzie ta informacja.
Así entonces se hace investigación. Es un trabajo muy largo, muy duro y tiene que ser hecho con un protocolo riguroso y severo.
A więc właśnie w taki sposób należy robić sesje badawcze. Jest to proces bardzo długi, ciężki i który wymaga bardzo restrykcyjnego protokołu.
Entonces, por esto que nosotros ya vamos a empezar a hacer ciclos de investigación.
I właśnie dlatego zaczniemy teraz robić takie cykle badawcze.
La estructura del team, que cada vez va creciendo siempre más, y el número de clientes que cada día contactan con nosotros, nos permiten organizar estos ciclos de investigación.
I ponieważ struktura naszego zespołu cały czas się powiększa, a także liczba klientów, którzy kontaktują się z nami każdego dnia, te czynniki pozwalają nam na to, żebyśmy zrobili taki cykl badawczy.
Creo que ya he dicho todo, o casi todo. Cualquier pregunta podéis escribirla en los comentarios del vídeo o donde sea publicado el vídeo.
Myślę, że powiedziałem wszystko, bądź prawie wszystko, a jeśli macie jakieś pytania, to proszę zadajcie je pod tym wideo.
Gracias por vuestra atención.
Dziękujemy za Waszą uwagę.
Y gracias a ti, Milena.
Gracias a ti, Carlo. Dziękujemy.
Chao.
Ciao.